clear example. During Leicester time, they were having the board member. Some days we don't even have reports. But during Steve time, we make sure, even if it's not a correct report, but there will be a report made. It can be partial. But during Steve time, we always make sure that he update the community.
What school you graduated from? You say you got associated from?
I disagree with him. All that community that's outside. That constitution reviews community. When you go to the constitution, Article 18, it says very clear that the Executive Committee and the Board of Directors shall supervise amendment process.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bola TV. I'm here with a former board member, and as you all know, we always got to bring it to you raw. So nobody will not say, "Oh, Bola TV, you can interview me," or "What Bola TV can do?" How you doing, my brother?
Oh, I'm doing good though.
All right. Oh, I can't complain. Take it one day at a time. So you're a former board member, is that correct?
Yes.
Ah. How long you been? First of all, introduce yourself to Bola TV first before we proceed.
Oh, first of all, my name is Archie K. I'm the former board member of the Librarian Association of Arizona.
And who administration your board member in? So we'll be looking at
Steve Boley.
So you served 2 years on the board member.
Yes.
What position do you play on the board member? What position are you?
As a members on the board. I don't have.
You're a regular member.
Yep.
Welcome to Bola TV.
Thank you.
All right, you can introduce yourself to the audience, and then we can proceed.
Well, my name is Eric Te. Since this is our audience is the librarian community, I'm a father of 6 boys. I'm the current chair for the board, a director for the Librarian Association. By profession, I'm a mortgage loan officer. Before that, I was also a real estate agent for about 6 years before becoming a loan officer. So I really, really enjoy what I do. Make a difference in people's lives and just be able to see the smiles on their faces. So I look forward to doing a lot for our community, making sure that everyone is in a home. Everyone have a home. So
the man talking the raw already. I didn't get into the question. He's trying to cover all your business.
Yeah, that's the work. That's what I really intend to do, to make sure that almost every librarian in this community really have a home. As a profession, so, I'm just saying what I do, for a living.
All right, Mr. Tay, thank you so much for accepting this interview to sit down with Bola TV. I really do appreciate it. Thanks also for your work in the community. Now, let's just get to the question. But the reason why I brought you to this interview, I saw your comment in the LAA group chat, and you were fact-checking Mr. Morevani. Now, you watched the interview I did with Mr. Morevani and Mr. Alpha Colley, is that correct?
Yes.
What are some of the things that you saw in our interview that Morevani did that you said was not correct? Some of the questions I asked him that made you say Morevani lied.
Yeah, first of all, in the interview when I watched the video, Morevani said that we don't have a board rule, which is lie. When everything was the chairman of the board, we have a board rule how to resign. You not just go in the chair room and then you test and resign. You have to write a letter. It's part of our board rules.
But Mr. Vani said in the interview with Bola TV, Mr. Vani said that there is not a specific rule for the board to resign, or even a specific rule as to in the Constitution or enshrined in the Librarian Association Constitution of Arizona as to how to resign. Is there any? Can you pinpoint us to where we can go to find the rule to resign?
Yes. In the Constitution, it might not be there, but our board have a rule.
And where can I find a rule?
That rule is with everything.
Oh, so it's not in written everything.
Because I'm not in the chat room no more, so I can't access it. But it's in the board chat room.
So the both chat room from, or how you call it, from Steve Bulletin,
Yes.
before you got dissolved.
Yes.
You put in our chat room, you put the rules in there.
Rules in there.
As to how to resign. Anybody who want to resign.
Yes.
And what the rules say?
The rules say when you want to resign, you wrote a letter that you're resigning.
You should write.
Write a letter to the board.
So you say here the rules that you guys came out as a board under the Steve Bullitt administration.
Yes.
Because of the administration, what they blaming Mr. Vanny for?
Yes.
For not appropriately resigning.
Yeah.
Okay. You say you have a written rule in there that say as to how any board member want to resign.
Yep.
And everything has that rule.
The rule is in a board chat room.
So what the rule say?
But say I'm not in the chat room anymore. You can contact the former chairman, or I don't know if he's the
I'll be interviewing him.
I'll be
interviewing him. Mr.
And the rule stated clearly how to resign, and not just by test.
So the rule say what?
Say write a letter to the board. State why you resigning.
Okay. Are there constitutional provisions as to how a board member can resign, since, as I learned, this is your third time or so being elected on the board?
Well, Constitution don't tell you how to resign.
No, both. Yeah, I mean, Constitution tell you, I mean, are there any provision on how a board member can resign?
No. So Constitution don't tell you how to resign. They're putting common sense. When you go to a job, do they give you, a requirement, say when you want to leave this job, that's how you should leave it?
Well, some job can say put your 2 weeks notice in.
Good. But do they tell you how to? It's like you got to put 2 weeks notice in. That's all they say. 2 week notice.
To resign though. Yeah. But that's a procedure.
Notice.
That's a procedure.
So the point is, I think I'm trying to get what you're going. You're talking about the fact, the way he resigned.
No, we're not there yet. I'm just asking you now.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there any provision? Do you have any kind of? Do you have your own kind of a law on the board to say this is how a board member should resign? If you don't want to be on the board, this is how you should resign.
No, I don't think our rules and regulations tell you how to resign.
So there was nothing there that said how a person can resign.
No.
Okay. So you say the way Maureen Vanny resigned was perfect.
I wouldn't say perfect. I would not use the word perfect.
Well, you didn't have no provision.
Yeah, but I wouldn't use the word perfect.
Okay, so what would you say how you resign? The way you resign, was it professional?
Truly speaking, when you use the word professional, I would say no. Because it's common sense. The board is one of the highest making decision body within an organization. So everyone on that board is held to a very high extent. You do not resign in text messages. That I would disagree with. And in addition to that, you are a former Secretary General of that board, or you are Secretary General of that board. So to write a formal letter, resigning, but there was no email. It was only text message that I received. That same text message that I received, that same text, that's what he put in the group chat. You put it in your board group chat.
So the man tag everybody in it.
So you didn't even send it to me to at least share with our colleagues in the group first. But boom, it pop on my phone. Then boom, it pop on my personal inbox, and it pop up on the group chat.
The man said that he communicated with you first.
When you say communicate, what do you mean? That he gave me a heads, so you're going to resign?
Well, he said that he wrote you. So I asked him, did you write him a letter? He said yes. If you watch the interview, the letter, he said no. What do you mean by letter? He said he texted you. He told you first before telling your other colleagues. So is that true? What was your position on the board at that time? Were you the chairman?
I was the chair.
You were the chair.
I was the chair. But he actually, right when he said he texted me. What he means is that the same text message that you see in the group chat.
Mm-hmm. So he sent it to everybody.
That's the same text message he sent me. That doesn't, maybe I was the first person he sent it to before he put it in the group chat. But like 10 seconds after I received it, it was in the group chat.
Oh, okay. So, and then you said another thing again. You said, Mr. Vanny was lying about the Constitution, where he said that, I know because according to Mr. Vanny, well, in our interview, he said, everybody equal.
Yes.
And I saw your communication, that your response, your critics that you put into the LA chat room, right?
Yes.
Why you say Mr. Vanny
Yeah,
lying?
because the reason why I say Mr. Vanny is lying is because number one, the president is the head of the executive team.
Correct.
So everybody in there don't have a equal right to who to write. Because the president, who is the head of the executive team, he's the one have that power. And plus, all the committee that fall underneath the executive team report direct to the president and to the vice president instead of the president. So for Morris to come and tell us that only everybody as executive member have the right or have an equal right is a lie. The president have power over everybody on our executive team.
So you're saying the man was wrong in the Constitution?
Yes.
So can you state exactly for me what the Constitution say about the right, the responsibility of the president that is different from the rest of the executive member?
Yes, the president runs the daily activity of the organization.
So it does not say the executive run the daily activity. It says the president.
It says the executive, but who's the head of the executive?
Well, he's
the president.
But he's part of the executive. I mean, I want to know what specific responsibility that the president has, right? That is different from that of the vice president and the rest of the people in the executive branch, right? Because Mr. Vanny's argument is that they're all equal. So you say no, that's wrong.
Yep.
So the what I want you to tell the viewers and tell the people and show a provision where it distinguishes each and every one of the responsibility.
All right. It says in section 2, the president shall be a Liberian and a bona fide member, reside in the state of Arizona, have a college degree with good and moral character, with no criminal records, and go down.
Now the personal responsibility really so?
Yes,
the qualification.
Yeah, but that's why
I want the responsibility. What the president is doing.
All right.
What the president is supposed to do?
All right. It says the president shall chair all general meeting, special meeting, and executive committee meeting.
Okay. So the president chair all meeting.
Yes.
General meeting and executive committee meeting. Any other rule?
The president present an annual report at the end of the year. The president shall act as the liaison between the association and the embassy and Liberian embassy in Washington D.C.
So that the president rule then.
That's the president.
Now, can you tell me the vice president rule?
All right. Yes.
Because according to the Constitution, the president is supposed to do all I wanted.
Yes.
So what did the vice president supposed to do?
All right. Let me go there.
Yeah. Look for it. Take your time. We got to bring to the boat road today. Because I see you writing in our chat room up and down. Me, I don't let the guys say, but you don't want there in the chat room. So one Polo TV series too active.
All right. The vice president role is to communicate with all the standing committee.
So the vice president responsibility is to communicate with all the
standing committee. So anything the standing committee do, they report it to the vice president.
Not to the president.
Not to the president.
Not the president responsibility.
No.
Like the vice president responsibility.
Vice president responsibility.
The provision in our constitution so people can hear it. So everybody, because while you do that, will be fast checking too now.
Yes.
People won't see what the provision are saying.
Let's say on section 3.
Section 3 what?
Section 3, article 7.
Okay.
Article 7, section 3, the vice president. They say act as the liaison between the executive committee and the standing committee in implementing program and policy of the association.
Okay. To Morris Vanny, let me kind of send you the constitution book, right? Morris Vanny say everybody equal in our executive. But if you look at Alpha Row, Alpha is not equal to the president, everybody. Alpha is being supervised by the Secretary General.
What do you mean by everybody equal in executive?
Well, according to Morris Vanny, when I asked him about the constitution, because I point out an issue that was mentioned in Alpha's appointment letter, where it say before Alpha can post anything on the association website or do anything, the president, he should seek approval from the president. Morris Vanny argued with me that no, he should seek approval from the executive. He said in the executive, everybody equal. Are they all equal in the executive?
No, that's not true. The Murray is not understanding the Constitution. Even that particular clause you're talking about is because the Secretary General is the one who is responsible for the record keeping of the organization. So what I mean, the Secretary, has a team or secretarial team. I mean, somebody in our secretarial team, in our communication team, because the Secretary is responsible for the communication, right? So in our communication team, they will have a webmaster. They have other people who distribute the communication, right?
Yeah.
So who's the head of the communication? When any communication goes out, who's responsible? And the secretary. So that particular people,
But most things otherwise.
the particular group, they report to the secretary. The secretary is the one who was elected to disburse communication on behalf of the executive. How do you call it? I find other people who within our same communication group, they were appointed. We didn't elect them. We appointed them. The executive appointed them to help. We elected 4 members: president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. We elected those people. We hold them responsible.
All with different functions.
With different functions, right? When you even that same constitution, it says the president is the head, is a spokesperson for the organization. He's responsible to run the meetings. He's responsible to do everything. It says it there. So when it tells you, say you're not responsible to do almost what it means. Are you not the head of the executive committee?
You are the head.
Okay, so I don't understand. He want that one sentence to be there to say the president is the head of the executive committee.
He said the president, they sit down, they have consultation, and the executive will decide what the president can do.
He didn't read the Constitution.
Well, that the man where the president is appointed to be the SG on the Constitution review. So I can't wait for that Constitution.
But I just told you, the Constitution Review Committee, it's not even, I don't think, let me use a word, I don't think it's legit yet.
So you read the article, you showed the article, right? Then I got another question.
Yes.
In the appointment letter that the president sent to Mr. Alpha Colley, one of the provisions in our appointment letter, they say Alpha Colley will be responsible for media, publicists, and etc. Right?
Okay.
One of the things they say before Alpha Colley can post anything to the LA website, the president must approve it. Right? The rule that you just read for the president.
Yes.
Is that correct? Is that the president who's supposed to approve it? Because say any kind of communication,
it's supposed to go to
the vice president.
Vice president.
Any communication for that matter.
Yes.
To approve any kind of a communication.
That's what
so
they say.
So the vice president is supposed to approve that, not the president is supposed to approve.
Not the president.
So that
they're following the Constitution, because that's what the Constitution says.
So all the committee then report to the vice president, not the president.
Not the president. The vice president is the one who between the committee and the president.
So any kind of a thing, who's supposed to approve it?
It will be, to me, my understanding will be the vice president.
Based on what you just read.
Yes.
So when you say the president was in error, when you say that the man will be the man, everything before the man posted on his website, the man he the one got to approve it. When you say the president was wrong, or what you saying?
For me, I would not say the president was wrong, because I don't know how he interpret the Constitution and how he understands it.
But you just read it.
But this Constitution, yes.
So is this Constitution different from what the president has?
No, it should not be different. So that's the only Constitution we have. But maybe the vice president don't want to do a lot of work and pushing it to the president. Who knows? Maybe they have that little bit of agreement.
On Bola TV, we can do maybe here.
All right, but yes.
The two guys don't call here. Don't call me and be here. Let's straight to the point.
All right.
According to what you just read.
Yes.
You say according to you again.
Yes.
And you get fast check.
Yeah. Because that's the Constitution I'm quoting right now.
But right?
Yep.
The president has to put in the appointment letter that he don't want to approve anything Alpha Colley accept the journal. He don't want to approve everything that Alpha Colley won't put on the LAA website. Then not his job.
His job all right.
Then you already clarify the person's function.
Yes.
And I didn't see anything in there that said he the one supposed to approve.
Yes.
You said all the standing committees supposed to work with what?
The vice president.
And the vice president supposed to approve everything they do.
A vice president in consultation with the president, she's supposed to approve everything because she will report to the president.
Got you. Okay. Now, say you, Mr. Former board member,
Yes.
when during the Steve Boley administration, when you are appointing people,
Yes.
right? Soon as you appoint people, you also let the person have access to the executive chat room.
During our time when they appoint somebody,
I mean, does the Constitution say once a person get appointed, they should have access to the executive chat room?
I don't think it's in
when you accept it yet.
I don't think it's in that Constitution. I don't think it's in the Constitution, but when somebody is, common sense will tell you when somebody is not accept the appointment position yet, he's not supposed to have access to the chat room, because the chat room is only for active members of the association, active leadership member. So if anybody that was in the chat room or is in the chat room that did not accept their position, is an error. I think so.
So the new government messing up already.
I think so.
So I mean, as you say, you know everything about it because all the people watch the video, right?
Oh yes.
What special skills or expertise can you contribute to the organization that made them to hire you the first time as a board member?
Because when you read the same constitution, go to Article 18, the very last sentence where it said the executive and the board of directors shall supervise, the executive and the board of directors shall supervise the amendment process.
So then what is the real function of Maurice Vani now?
So I'm not, I don't want to dwell into Maurice.
No, we're not dwelling into Maurice. But
you kept saying, what's the function of Maurice Vani?
Let me tell you now. Because let me tell you something, the Constitution plays a very important role. Any interview I do, we need people that will understand.
That is why the president alone will not make the decision on
Exactly.
who is on the Constitution Committee.
Exactly. So when you have somebody who is going to be there, who is appointed by the president to do that review, because as that position is just a temporary position, right after the Constitution is amended or whatever they're going to do it, the job over with, right? Is it true?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So if we got somebody on our board, because the Constitution is very important, anybody can use that thing to get away with stuff. So when somebody says something, well, you've been on the board for a long time, we got to bring it to you so people can understand, because a lot of people are going to watch this video and other videos.
So, let me tell you something. The president alone does not have the right to appoint who is on that Constitution Committee. Listen to what I'm saying now. When the president alone has the right to do that, you're opening a way to a bunch of corruption. Anybody can come and say, oh, we want to revise the Constitution, and then appoint their own people.
So the appointment he did with Maurice Vani, did he consult other people?
What other people?
But you said the president looking at
the board is not in consultation with that particular. Well, you keep saying Maurice Vani. There is too many people on that committee.
Yeah, but the reason why
you bring
because he is the man.
Don't make it.
Listen, he is the SG on our place.
Okay.
Beside on our place.
Stop making it about Maurice. Stop making it about Maurice.
No, it's not about Maurice. Okay. Let me tell you what I say here. It is not about Maurice, and I want the audience to think it is about Maurice. If you watch the interview, right?
But he's the Secretary General, so you keep reminding me of.
Who's the Constitutional Review, right? When you guys set up a Constitutional Review, right? Who has the higher position on our review board? The Constitutional Review.
The chair.
Who is the chair for the Constitutional Review?
Is there a Constitutional Review Committee?
Well, the president already appointed the Secretary General.
I just told you that the same Constitution says he alone does not have the right to appoint that committee. That's why I said that committee will still be on a revision, because that committee.
So they're not confirmed yet.
It can be not confirmed yet, because he alone does not have the right.
The appointment letter says they take that position effectively.
I'm telling you, remind the president. The Constitution says it very clear. When you go to the president, show him Article 18. So
are you saying the way he wrote the way he wrote the appointment letter, they say it take immediate effect?
Well, I'm reminding you, maybe President John Owell, part of the Constitution, I say he alone.
Oh, evaluated it.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, if you put Article 18, during this video, we will put Article 18 off on the Constitution, so we can see.
Very last sentence. Highlight it.
I'm gonna highlight that last sentence, Article 18. People know that anything here in the video, we're gonna fact check it. Mr. Tate quoted provisions in Constitution and said that the person alone. But if you look at the appointment letters that I'm going to be also reposting again in this video, it says there that this appointment is start with immediate effect. But we're hearing something different from Mr. Bo Chairman here. Well, Mr. Chairman,
but I mean that's true. You know, but all the committees in your appointed is all in line. But that particular committee, I think we gotta be revisited because.
Okay, Mr. President, if you're watching this, you have to go by the Constitution. If the Constitution says that all the people got to get involved in an appointment, then you have to follow that. So, but we'll still be putting Article 18 up to fast check what Mr. Tate is saying, and you have the right to fast check the video or anything we say. We want to be transparent in this community, and that was Bole TV is here for raw. Mr.
Oh well, when I came to this community, I was back in 2011. I was just a member as a regular member, attending meetings, helping children to focus in school instead of being on the street. They see my good work. They made me a youth coordinator in the community. I serve honor Avin 12. My mistake. Avin 12. I serve honor Avin 12 as a youth coordinator, youth president for 2 years before Lester could come in. So in the community, I've been working. I've been implementing, helping people. Even during my time as youth, we take kids to workshop where they get scholarship.
You said during your time as youth.
As youth president. As youth president.
Oh, but you said during your time
as youth president.
You're not youth right now.
No, I'm not youth. But as youth president during that time.
You tell me you are coming to
No, during that time. As youth president.
What level of education?
My level of education is I have an associate degree, but I'm working on my bachelor.
Associate degree in what?
In criminal justice.
In criminal justice. So moreover, you get criminal justice, you get criminal justice.
Well,
so how does your criminal justice degree help you to become a board member? What do you think? What expertise do you think you have that you can bring it to help? If they, let's say, that made you to help, what that criminal justice degree that you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did it help you in the past when you're a board member to improve the board and to impact the improvement of the board, or to impact the board?
Well, when I was a board member, one of my duties was to do check and balance on the association. And during that time, any board members that were part of our team will tell you that I always speak the truth and do check and balance on everything. Even as close as I was with Steve Bole, I was still doing check and balance on him. And also making sure that the community move and works smoothly so that we don't have issues that today people will see. Let's say, for example, Bole turn over everything that y'all see today is because of our hard work, because we gave check and balance to the community.
So all the thing what you explained before they made you board member, you know, you're happy in the community, you know, you're happy in the area.
Most of the time, I never used to see check and balance, but since I've been board member, we do give check and balance. Like I will give you an example, clear example. During Lester time, they were having the board member. Some days we don't even have reports. But during Steve time, we make sure, even if it's not a correct report, but there will be a report made. It can be partial. But during Steve time, we always make sure that he update the community.
What school you graduated from? You say that you got your associate from?
I graduated on Brooklyn College. It's right there on Dunlap and 19th Avenue.
What year?
I graduated 2015.
Okay. Have Maurice Vani ever served on the Constitution Board before?
No.
But listen, let me repeat the question. Maurice Vani in the interview said, during Avin 12 time, they elected him on the Constitution Board because that time we don't have no constitution. But you only want to meet him one time because you have family issues, so you can go by. Have you ever seen any record, because you came in see by the time, have you ever seen any record from the past up to the time you guys elected a board member where Maurice Vani was on the Constitution Review Board?
Nope. And then let me say something again. Well, Morris said that there was no constitution during that time. That's a lie.
No, he said to having 12 times, they didn't want to put the constitution because
Yes.
before having 12,
There was no constitution,
there was no
right?
constitution.
That's a lie. That's what I'm trying to say. That's
What's
a lie. Because during Dr. Sherman time, we have a constitution.
Yeah, but how come Morris Vani said there was no constitution?
Because he was not part of the meeting all the time, so he won't know. So he won't know. During Dr. Sherman time, there was a constitution. That's why Alvin Bear selected.
And having 12.
Having 12.
I think having 12?
No, yeah, having 12. I think so.
Yeah.
Having 12 select Eric T. Flomo Gibson, because I was in a meeting. Maya Sako, Maya Charles, and I think 4 of them. I think that those are the people they select to go work on the constitution.
When you say to go work on this constitution, to create new constitution or to
amend,
or
the one
from Dr. Sherman time.
From Dr. Sherman time. Yes.
So let me ask you. So you say man, well, on nothing review.
Yes.
So what position did the man have during Steve Bulletin?
The man was general secretary of the board.
He was the general secretary of the board.
Yes.
What's the function of the board?
The general secretary of the board was supposed to be the one who take meetings.
Meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Did he do all that?
No.
So you want to tell me that Morris Vani just want to meet, he read nothing.
During Morris' time and during our time when I was on that board, I never see Morris take meetings. And
did he ever even give meeting minutes at any meeting?
No.
So you never told nothing?
No.
So do you believe
everything was run by Eric?
So then let me ask you now, why you're keeping there if you're not doing that?
Because you know, the thing is, it's up to the committee, up to the board to remove somebody. So they feel to themselves, everybody feel to themselves that this man is not doing nothing. We should lean that, they lean that. You know, everything we have to put it to vote.
So every time I vote, Morris Vani will win.
Every time we vote, like the last time we voted was when I think he had missed agreement with somebody on the board.
You mean disagreement?
Disagreement with somebody on the board.
He and who?
He and the I think it was he and the co-chair of the board.
Who was the co-chair of the board?
Anita. Her name is Anita.
Anita?
Mm-hmm. And during that argument, heated argument between 2 of them, we decided to vote out on the board. Voting out.
What was the argument about?
The argument about him was they respecting the girl.
Why was he they respecting the girl?
Because for some reason, I don't know, it's up to him.
Did the day respect take place in the meeting or before the meeting?
It took place in the meeting, but
so
I totally forgot what he said.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So do you believe that Morris Vani resigned or he did resign?
To me, he didn't resign.
Was Tito over? John Bernard was a chair. Anita Mame was a co-chair. Morris was a secretary. I was a member on the board. Anita also recommended to John, said, you know, when you're leaving, I'm busy, my schedule is busy, I won't be able to run the chair. But the only person that I see is Eric, who could run this board. So we can tap Eric as well too. Even the past administration, Steve, you know, also, you know, when John reached out to him and said, I'm gonna be moving. She said, man, you know, Anita will be busy. Eric is the only person who can really run our board. So, you know, I think, you know, you guys have election, everybody could vote for Eric. So I think Morris contested against me.
Morris, you see, they want to talk that man support won't go demonstrate on my people. Very Morris, man, all the people listen to say.
Morris also contested. You know, trust me, Morris myself were very.
He was during the Street Board administration. He was the Secretary General, right?
He was the Secretary General.
What are some of the functions of the Secretary General?
So let me give a little bit of drama. What happened on the board as well?
No, we'll get to the drama. Give me the function of the Secretary General first. Then I want to hear the drama.
I think his responsibility is to, you know, to record our activities, be able to, you know, document everything that we do.
Did Morris do any of that?
That's where the drama begins.
So Morris, yeah, go ahead.
Morris, I don't. You got to understand that sometimes we have to be direct. but in a way where you think it's not going to disrespect another person.
That is correct.
Yeah. So Murray,
But the other TV, you are talking raw now.
Murray did what he could.
Like what? Now, give example. What did he
I
do?
personally, when I used to be a member of the board, but now chair, when John Bernard was the chair, and anytime I member with the co-chair, Murray was the secretary. I introduced on the board. I introduced a vote of no confidence
In Morris.
against Morris.
And what happened? They are kicking you out?
We voted him out.
During who administration?
Doing John Bernard. That's why I said the drummer.
So during the Lester's administration,
No, remember though, John Bernard was the vice president to Leicester.
I understand. I got a question. We'll come to that part. So during the Bernard and Lester administration, right? Morris was the Secretary General.
No.
When did you vote of no confidence in him?
We become this particular thing you're looking at, we become board members during Steve, right before Steve took over.
Yes, so I understand. So, but right before Steve told me, you were there doing Bonanza time. So, but you say right before Steve, was it dissolved? Was the government dissolved at that time?
That election season, the same way the election happening right now.
Yeah, but Eric, though, at that time, the administration was still active. You could not consider John Bonanza dissolved because you took over that time. They were active, so you begin in the administration.
It's a week apart.
You begin in John Bonanza administration.
Okay, let's just say that.
Yeah. So
no, because we were starting new administration. There was a board, outgoing board.
So let me ask now.
Yeah.
At that time, Bonanza administration.
Yeah.
Had they announced a new winner for the election?
No.
Was the new president inducted into office?
No.
So it means that Lester was still the president.
They were doing election. No, Lester was not still the president. Lester turned over to the board.
Okay, yeah. So the same process that Steve then went through.
Exactly.
He turned over everything to the board, but he was still the president. Because turning over to the board does not mean that he left his position.
He's not even contested, so he can't be still the president.
No, but listen now. Until you can replace a man, the man term is, when do the president term be over?
Okay, so I agree. I agree with you. I agree with that. At that time, because Steve was not elected yet.
So the vote of no confidence, did they happen within that 1 week transition period, or after your crossover into Steve? Then?
I told crossover to the Steve.
After you voted no confidence into him.
Yeah, now couple of months, many months down the road.
So that many months down the road.
Yeah, after Steve become president.
That time you voted no confidence in him. Mm-hmm. So which means he was no longer on our board.
No, his position, not his, but
So you were on the board?
Yeah, he was still on the board.
Okay.
So when John left...
Now, let me ask you one question. How do the board get elected? Do anybody here come and say, I want to be part of the board, or you have to be elected by the people?
You have to be elected by the people. That's why we asked you to come. You didn't show up.
No, I got a video.
So you can be there and watch the process.
No, I got the process. Don't worry, I have correspondent there.
Okay.
I got all the video when they were in the office. I saw all the video. Then I say, no, but I have to ask you, this raw TV now. I know the process, but there are other people who will watch the video don't know the process. And the reason why I'm asking you that question, I will lead me to a question later on down the line, so I want you to remember that you say the board gets elected by the ballot.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So nobody can come and say, oh, I want to be part of the board, you join the board. The people, you all have to go, the people have to elect
you.
Perfect. Now, can you describe your significant leadership accomplishments since you've been elected on the board so many times? They are able.
And some of the stores said, even if he resigned or didn't resign, the guy was no use to the board. for example, the guy was no use to the board. For example, Eric Tay have to travel to Africa because of family issues. Anita, who is the co-chair of the board, was not showing up for board meeting. So it was me, Ben Guer, Fred Compton, who is on the board now, and Vanny Murray.
I'm Vanny Murray.
All right. We call a meeting so that he can chair the board until Eric can come back. Because the July 26 budget was sent to us. Morris could not convince the board to even host a meeting. And later on, after the July 26, he wanted to know where the administration take money from to sponsor the July 26.
Even though he hold no board meeting.
Even though he didn't hold
no meeting,
nothing.
And then he resigned on WhatsApp.
Oh, what's
that
up?
thing there.
Oh,
Where you
what's
want to where you get money from?
where
So
the
all the time you're having meeting to collect the money, where was he?
that, like I say again, this guy don't come to meeting.
So
But
you're not meeting.
no, but most of the time he want to just be talking like to say he know the
So
constitution.
let me ask you this, right? Becoming a board member is about serving others with a unified goal in mind for the community, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
In what ways did you enhance our community board
Mm-hmm.
back then, in the past, when you were on it?
All right. When I'm on the board, majority of the time we have to do check and balance, and then that's where our more focus was on, and that's what I've been doing until I left the board. And also, everything that the administration was doing, I was part of it, supporting. Even though most people didn't see it that way, and they take me from the board, but I was working.
They kick you out of the board?
Yeah, because they.
What happened? You mean they expel you?
No.
So you're talking about
I'm not talking about kicking me out, but I said they didn't vote me back on the board.
Oh, you mean this time?
This time around. That's what I'm saying.
Can you describe your significant leadership accomplishments since you've been elected on the board so many times? They are able.
When you say, repeat your question one more time.
Can you describe your significant leadership accomplishment since you've been elected on the board so many times?
I think I have, I've tried my best to bring professionalism, stability to the board. I have worked with my colleagues in the past and stood with them. I have worked with past administration, provided them leadership, also helped them in other activities and provided ideas of how we all work together to move this community forward. And that brings me to this administration. I think I have not worked with any administration as compared to how the Harris administration is.
But the manager got there, so
Yeah, not just because they just got there. When you see someone who have a passion for what they want to do, you can tell.
so then
Harris is hungry. Harris is hungry. He's ready to work. He's passionate. He's willing to sacrifice his time and resources for the community. So people like that, whom focus on the community and focus on result, and you see that give you the courage, that give you the strength to be able to also empower them and push them and give them your support, right? But that's as compared to when you come to you and say, my man, it gives somebody an idea and say, can we do this to move the community forward? And that person leaves. When that person leaves, all these Google ideas you got discussed, guess what? It's gone away. Your whole spirit died. You don't even know how to help again. So a leader, or a particular in this community, anyone who wants to lead this community needs to have the passion, needs to be able to, to be able to sacrifice the resources and time. And don't get me wrong, this particular responsibility is hard. It's hard because these guys want to become leader in our community. They sacrifice their time, their family time, their resources, and everything. So you have to give them the credit and respect the time too, but it requires somebody who really have the time to be able to produce a result.
you heard a raw on Bola TV from Mr. Erite himself here. They call him Mr. Board Member. Let me ask you something. Dr. Shema, Mr. Toy, Alvin Toy, Lester Myers, Bishop, Steve Bode, the passion you talk about right now, are you saying none of them had it?
They all have it, but in different form. Do you know how long Dr. Shema is president of this community?
Yes, so they all had it in different form. Which one you think overshadow of four of them that you think really the passion for this job that you say yes? Because the way you describe Harry right now, it looks like, because you work with all these people, the way you describe Harry passion, President Harry Cunningham, let me call him full name before I can't get in trouble again. The way you describe President Cunningham's ability to lead, the passion you see in him. It does not sound like you saw it in the other four before him.
Remember though, that the Shema actually brought me on board. I used to live in Tucson, and I was a president for the Grand Judge Association at the time. And he actually encouraged me, said, "My man, you need to come to meeting." And I used to live in Tucson. I was driving to Tucson to come here. And, in 10 meetings, Librarian Association meeting, that the Shema was preparing us to be able to take over this community. He was actually, asking when he come to meeting, there had to be, election, but nobody was stepping up.
Mr. Terry, let me ask you. They got a lot of positions on the Librarian Association, right, of Arizona, right? They have a lot of positions. You never ran for president before for the Librarian Association. Have you ever ran for president before?
No.
Okay, they have a lot. Why is joining the LA Board so important to you? Because man, they call you Mr. Board member now. I see everything. They say you volunteer yourself to get the board. Why is joining the board so important to you?
I think we all have our strength.
So you think the board is where your strength is?
I think my strength is on the board. I think some of us work better, from the back.
By fast checking people, because according to you, the board doesn't do check and balance.
Sure.
So you rather not be in the front, so somebody can fast check you. Want to be to where you can fast check people.
Oh, trust me, I love to be in the front.
Yeah, but you fast check, you won't go nowhere. They call you Mr. Board member now.
No, I love to support because in leadership
and fast check.
No, in leadership, you need to be able to serve other people before anyone can serve
But
you.
mama, you not serve other people how many times now? This is your third. This is your third now, though.
No, it's not just.
Was he on the board during having 12 times?
No.
So when you started joining the board?
I just dynasty administration.
Now when you joined the board?
That's when I joined the board.
So that your second time here?
That's my second.
By the way, boy, I call you Mr. Board member now.
The reason is that I've been in the librarian committee. Let me tell you, like you said, I have doing from Dr. Sherman. I have volunteered on Sarah's community and try to give back to my community. One, like I said, I used to drive from Tucson. I was going to school down there.
That's a lot of sacrifice. I'll be honest with you. I would not drive from Tucson all the way.
I used to drive from Tucson, and that's how.
I tell you, population this hard the way it is.
No, it was not that high as well. Yeah. I used to drive from Tucson, and one of the meetings I attended at the African Faith Expression, the way I met Flomo. That's the very first time I met Flomo Gibson. At that time, Flomo I let to wear long trousers. I was so sure he get wear. I used to call him Mr. Shaw. So that's how we click. But that's my first time meeting from that time. Dr. Shaw was still president. He really encouraged us. So to tell you my passion for the community, I volunteered myself on several communities. I was the pioneer behind. I really asked Dr. Shaman to tell you. You say when you talk about community center, the only person who every day will sink community center name in my ear is Eric. From the day I've entered.
Did he say why you didn't get it? What happened? Was it financial reason or what was happening? Dr. Shaman used to tell me you have all the contacts. What happened?
Having all the contact does not mean those contacts would.
Donations.
Well, I don't know if administration have ever received grant that would support. Remember that Dr. Sherman is a professional who also teach as well too. So he teaches. So his schedule is not as compared to.
Well, donation ain't got nothing to do with schedule. You can call
I mean, some people when it comes to a community center, right? There are some people say, okay, I'm only here for 2 years. Do I want to put my name or credit on the line to take a building or take something on behalf of what happens when I leave? So people don't don't understand that when you're leaving, it becomes the organization responsibility.
This is the thing. Organizations buy buildings in their.
Well, hold on a second. Dr. Sherman also, right before he left, I think that I don't say Dr. Sherman. Irving also, had a contact on someone on the east side. They're waiting to give us space there, but they limit us to certain hours. You see, they will. Yeah.
While they were trying to rent the place,
we'll try to get a place free, though. So it's not like they were not working on it. They were not trying on it. They have been working to get it. Have been working together, but just like most of the places they find, it's like, oh, you can use the place there for a certain time, leave. Our people need somewhere where we can go after school, carry our kids to do after school programs. It's not somewhere when you're leaving 5 p.m., 4 p.m., then we should leave.
Got you.
That time we don't work.
And I wait on the south side.
That on the east side, that's on the east side. We don't work. In the evening, it's when we have the time. The weekend is closed. They close it on the weekend. The weekend that we're supposed to take our kids to the site, or maybe be able to go and do some of our immigration record, paperwork, they close. How you going to use that kind of building? So no, having try.
Would you
Dr.
suggest?
Sherman try. They really try to get. They got space, but we can't use that space because it's not the time. Is not suitable.
Got you. Why do you think Steve Boley lost the election?
I think the people they wanted something new, different. That's why election is. You saw the kind of support that coming in for Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were waiting to give back to the community. People really they wanted to see something happen in their community. So they elected Harry. They didn't draw by. I don't see people draw. I see people coming, right? In sometimes, as a leader, it depends on the people you surround yourself with. The people you surround yourself with can either make you successful or they can make you a failure. And a leader needs to understand, who they surround themselves with.
You think one of Steve Boley's problem?
Steve doesn't have that much support.
From who now? From his cabinet or from the community?
I was from a cabinet, but Steve doesn't have a complete cabinet. His entire administration. Most of
So
the
all the men are behind someone say they were vice president, someone.
no, I mean that they come to the committee wise.
Yeah, the committee wise. Did they put nobody
Most
in
of the
place?
committee were empty.
Nobody took the job?
Not
Is
like
that what-
nobody to the job.
They were there, but they were not functioning.
There some committee was there, were not functioning. Some committee was actually empty.
And that's one of the reasons why Boley TV is coming to the community. Every appointee by the president or elected, you have to have an interview where I will ask you what you're doing now. Because when we do a 90-day review, we want to know what you did from the time you came into office, that Harry should keep you there. Because 2 years, Harry can keep some people there. What will you do if one of the board decisions was unpopular among the other board members? Since you've been on the board for a long time, you open about the board.
Oh, I love unpopular,
What do you do in that case?
Well, that's why I call judgment. You gotta make sure you go by what is right. It might be unpopular, but it is right. So when it's right, you go with it. If it's not right, there's no way to back it.
When you said when it's not right, if you're the chairman of the board, right? So even though the decision is not right, but it's popular, how you just dictate that, okay, I'll go with this side, or do you guys vote among yourself?
Not because it's popular, you should go with it.
No, I'm asking that. Do you guys vote among yourself to promise to see what side you go on, or you unanimously
That's the beauty of democratic. That's the beauty of it. So if not because I don't like it, so I should impose it on other board members.
That's why I'm asking you.
So it comes to voting.
Oh, okay. So
whatever the majority say, you go by it. But you have to understand that. Well, everybody know I don't support this idea, but the fact that all my colleagues support it, I'm gonna support my colleagues.
Got you. So the next administration,
Yeah.
according to the vice president was Mr. Emmanuel Ayo, right?
Uh-huh.
He said, man, the year close a count down road. He tell them that the year 2000. What do you say about that? What you know about the financial walahala in our administration?
Oh, yes. Let's say, for example, the time we take over as a board, we ask Eric to be the transition team between
To be the mediator between the Nestor Myers teams
and then the
Boley team.
Yeah.
At that time. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I was on our board. So when we was doing it, Lester, we didn't know that the account was closed. But to our surprise, Eric went and told us, oh, Lester closed the account. Why? Don't know. So when Eric went to the bank to get still on the account, the people said the account is closed. It was Eric and John Bernard. John, who was at that time
The vice president for Nestor.
but he joined the board later.
Hold on. So John Bernard was the vice president. He went to the bank.
Before when Steve take over, that's when he joined the board. So he and Eric was the one He was the board chairman before Eric took over.
So when John Bonham was the board chairman,
And working with Eric.
So they went to the bank to go ask Steve Lee there.
But the bank told them, said the account was closed.
So let me ask you a question. Are you saying that Nestor Myers, vice president, was not aware of anything that was going on that account, and was not aware that that account was closed? Because John Bonham was the main vice president.
Yeah, but just to know that, because before John left the position of vice president going on the board, the account was still open.
So John Bonham resigned, what are you saying?
Yes,
he resigned as
vice president and then joined the board.
During Lester time?
During Lester time.
So who was Lester vice president?
It was Prince Morris.
So Prince Morris became the vice president, and then the acting vice president.
Yeah.
Then John Bonham decided, I won't be vice president anymore.
Yes.
Then he joined the board.
Yes. When he joined the board, later on, that's when we find out that their account was closed.
Now,
some of the reason why the account was closed, because I don't know if the community know that during COVID time, the Lester Meyer administration received a grant.
How much?
If I'm not mistaken, it's $5,000.
So during the COVID time, who gave them 5,000? Who gave them?
The state.
The state gave them 5,000.
Yes, but
they tell you?
According to them, they say, but with them, where did
they say?
But because for me at that time, I was not a board member during Lester time. I was just a regular.
No, but I mean when you say they say.
They say in the meeting.
Okay.
But when time for turning over the stuff, even when they close the account and Eric made sure to reopen the account, which he checked in there as the money that they received from the state was now on the account.
So let me. So
that means they didn't deposit in the account.
Let me see the clarity here.
Yes.
So you were alleging that the Nestor Meyer and John Bonham administration. Now let me be clear now.
Yeah.
When they received that 5,000, was John Bonham still the vice president?
I think so.
Okay. So let's assume
I think so.
John Bonham was still the vice president.
Yeah.
So are you saying when they gave them that money for the COVID, there is no record or deposit record to say that they deposited that 5,000 in the account? In the account.
Yes. Because when
how am I to know?
Because when Eric took over and when Eric went to the bank to reopen the bank, he couldn't see it in there that the money was deposited in there.
Wow. Anybody you want to tell me?
And there's a lot of misstep. During those times, we never have a complete report or financial report, because I remember we raised a lot of money in the community, but that's why I always hold people accountable for what they do, because during that time, there was no real report that for us to know what they did with all the money that was raised in the community. And until today, I still want to know what they did with them.
All the money they raised.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for July 26, for Queen Contest, for all those stuff. And during the COVID time, there was no program going on. So you cannot say you use the money during the COVID.
So let me ask you something.
Yes.
What year did John Bonham and Nestor Meyer receive that 5G you're talking about?
It was 2020. 2020. 2020. Yes.
And
during the COVID time.
You say you went through the whole deposit because
the whole deposit is not there. So they might put it into a different bank account, but the LAA bank that we retrieve, it's not in there.
How many bank accounts did the LAA have?
It should be one. So if it's not in there, then I'm thinking I don't know.
Did you ask him?
Huh?
Did you ever ask them?
Nobody asked them. Even when Steve took over, Steve said we should have ordered them, but the board never take it serious.
So, according to the Constitution, right? Who actually is the one that's supposed to initiate audit for the past administration? Is it the board or the president?
The president sent the communication to the board.
So the president can send the communication to the board?
Yes, say this is what happening, this is what happening.
And when you're to audit?
Audit.
Did Steve Boyer send communication to you?
Yes, he did.
And why you guys refuse to audit them?
to my knowledge, I really don't know. That's all I can say. I really don't know.
Did you vote? Did you ever bring it in one of your meetings?
No, they never brought, the chairman never brought it
So
up.
everything never brought it on there.
To my knowledge, I don't know.
Wow.
And then number two, during Lester time, when the treasurer resigned, there was no replacement for the treasurer. So that means the president was always overseeing everything on the financial issues. And that was one of my problems again. That's some of the reason, that most of the reason why I decided to join the board, to have that power to do check and balance.
So what did Steve Boley say? And did Heritage tell you or tell you why he did anybody bring it up to Heritage say, look, Steve Boley already wrote us a letter to all the people there. Why you want for to all the people? Did anybody ask Heritage?
I guess nobody asked Heritage. Heritage, I don't know what's the problem. Maybe, I'm not sure. So I can say maybe. I'm not sure what was going on.
And then what else happened?
But no, that's all that was it, because the community since 2017 till now.
Yeah, the man only sent 2G over to Steve Boley then. And then Steve Boley sent communication to all the people there. That's why I do nothing.
We're not doing nothing. Because you know.
So you think the president was right for putting Heritage back on the, I mean, the people were right for electing Heritage to be the board again, because number one, the people money that you talking about were given to the Liberian community, $5,000 to the Nestor John Bonham administration.
Mm-hmm.
There's no record it going to the council.
So we don't know. Yeah, but you know, it's the community choice who they want to put on the board. But for Eric, I will not speak nothing negative about him.
Because, no, not negative. He's the chairman of the board.
Because he, even though he's the chairman of the board, but he work hard. He made sure.
Listen now.
You see, today, for Steve to be able to turn over, I don't know, that huge amount of money, 5,000 or more. Today it was
actually fact. I think it was actually the president fact. It was actually 6,000 or something.
Okay, all right. Because it was because of everything hard work. So I will give it to him. Maybe that's some of the reason why the community see reason to him to be back on the board. He worked hard as a chairman. He always gave check and balance, and I will give it to him. But other thing, Lester, maybe he don't see reason to it to do it. But for the community, he had my high regard. He worked hard for the community. That young man do everything for the community to succeed.
Thank you very, very much. You know what, though, man? Let me ask you one question.
Yes.
Okay? And this is a very serious question. Since you left the board, right?
Yes.
What are the qualifications that the board member has to be before the community can elect them to be on that board? I want to ask you a question before I can go there.
Yes. For the board, there's no qualification.
So let me ask you now. The present board, what is they elected? Do you see any local demons among them?
I really don't know them, because
you know any man, you can see all in the community.
I can see them in the community, but when it comes to no.
So you think all of them are good board?
Yes, to my belief.
So the new administration, do you see any bad person there?
The new administration, no. I don't see any.
So you see no local demons there?
No. Other than are good people in the community. They've been in the community for a long, so they just don't show up to meaning for some reason.
But the only person get power is Murray Fanny, though.
I don't have power with Murray Fanny.
I mean, you say the man in the first job, you will not meet me.
I'm just saying the fact.
The man get chop. Now you say the man not no meeting between the man, how they keep the meeting, but you won't question money business. Let me ask you, was the president right for appointing Murray Fanny?
Well, it's the president's decision, but if I was the president, I won't appoint Murray Fanny. The reason is simple. If you cannot do your duty as a board member, you can't even call a single meeting when they task you for you to do it. And then they make you a co-chair on the Constitution Committee. What will you do over there? You don't even, all you do is carry the Constitution around all day in a meeting. You don't even give.
So going forward, so now the president now appointed man. The president now, because according to you and Alpha calling, the president now appointed a man who can be chopping in the chat room, can read 15 letters. Now the president now appointed a man who can read even meeting minutes. He can't go to meeting. He can't do nothing. what would be advice to Maurice Vani now going forward?
My advice to Maurice Vani going forward: when they give you a job, take it serious. Do it right way. You never know what will come tomorrow, and that's what we're talking about now. Because if you are going to perform, the time you are secretary of the board, we won't be saying this thing today.
Do the secretary of the board get elected by the people? The
Yes.
community?
Yeah, no, the board members get elected by the people. But
So
then when we go
the secretary, okay, the board member get elected by the community. Then the secretary get elected by the board.
By the board.
So why the board? So you think the board was wrong for them? Who was in a what position the Maurice Vani had in the first board? What position there?
In the first board,
Yeah, what you were part of?
he is secretary general.
You're secretary.
Yeah.
So you were secretary general board. The board that you were part of.
That's the only board
I know.
Yeah.
That board and Maurice Vani were part of it too.
Yeah, he was secretary general.
You were the secretary general on that board.
Yes.
Then you secretary general again now.
Now on the committee, I think so.
Yeah, you secretary general for constitution review.
Yes.
Now on the board now.
Okay.
So that one you're post secretary general.
Yes.
So they want a constitution review now. So they just keep making the message like nothing.
We can't do nothing. That's the problem.
That is the voice of my man Archie here. Y'all hear it raw on Bolo TV. And guess what? You can fact check the video anytime. But Archie quoted some constitution provisions here today. You guys can also fast check it. Bolo TV, let me tell you, my only job here is for the people to tell the thing raw. And I here to play Josh and Julie. The community that they serve or they speaking to will be the one. You guys are the one that will be the judge and jury. Me, I here to get the thing raw for other like kind of thing I learn. So thank you for watching Bolo TV. It was great having you. You got any last word to say before we go?
Oh yes, I would say thank you to the community. Our new president, thank you for taking the job. We are here to support you at any time if you need us. My thing here is let the community be united and let's move forward and work together. We want a better community for all our people and the children. And also, I hope those promises you made during the debate, you can implement them because the community will need it mostly. Thank you again. My name is Archie K.
What special skills or expertise can you contribute to the organization this time around that you never did before?
I think I have a very huge financial background, and I can definitely help when it comes to finances. Help the administration make sure that we safeguard our asset in the appropriate way. Also help them make a very transparent and accurate reporting to the community. Make sure the community is open, seeing everything that's going. Nobody is kept in the dark. Nobody keeping our community in the dark. Everything have to be very transparent. And I think I've been having a conversation with Harry for the past couple of days, and we've been talking a lot.
Now, this is doing my research. I spoke to former board members, some who serve with you, and I gathered a couple of things from them, and that's what we're about to get into. I learned from some of the former board members that the board did receive a communication from Steve Boley leadership to have the Nestor and Bonner administration audited. Did you proceed with that audit? If not, why? And if you did, what was the outcome of the audit that you did?
So when you come to a board and say, we want to audit the administration, the past administration, you can't just write a board and say, because in a general meeting that we have, majority of people agree for us to audit the past administration. So we are recommending the past administration be audited. That's not how you got to propose. Where do you want the audit to be done? What is missing? The documentation that you received, what, are the unexplained transactions, or what is it that is missing that we need that is not provided? So then you give the people the tools and resources to be able to work on that, to be able to audit. But so you can't just come and say, hey, we need, it's like a wish honey. You don't do that.
So let me ask you a question. So you say,
because this very small community we live in, and you just call and say, "Oh, I want us to audit Mr. Eric Tay." Okay, why are we auditing Eric Tay? Where is it? Where is the finding? What do you see? Not because the general body say, "Oh, you're auditing." So they give you the mandate. Say, "I think there is a reason for us to audit this administration." With the board, we're just going to say community go audit though. But what is it that we're working with? What did you find that you giving us for us to audit them?
So let me ask you, so you're saying that Steve Boley did not give any kind of a proper documentation to say what to audit?
No, they
He
just
actually audited
an
the
email.
people.
He just an email.
He sent an email saying you audit the people.
Yeah.
When he said to audit the people, what he did you ever ask him, Mr. President? I know you want us to audit, but what are you looking for? What suspicion things you see? Does the president have to say that, or you can just once the president say audit, you can audit and say, "Oh, Mr. President, based on financial record I got, this is what we got here."
I mean, that's how you recommend an audit. You tell the board where is the financial discrepancy, where we miss it. Then we can start from there. Our job is to just put a committee in place. It's not us as to audit the past administration. It's
Then
not.
this brings me to this question. According to sources from the former board member, the Bernard and Nestor administration received $500 for $5,000 grant for COVID-19. First, is that true? They said you told them, according to one of the sources, they said you told them that they received $5,000. They got $5,000 grant for COVID-19 for the community. And when they left, they closed the account. When you, Eric, reopened the account, there was no trace of that money being deposited in the account. How will you respond to that? They said it came from you.
So here is it. It is true that we heard that there was a grant provided to the Bernard. I don't think the Lester Bernard administration, right? So there was not. Lester did not tell us that. John did not tell us there was any grant stuff. There's just people was, other people, guys were talking about it, and I said, if that is true, then we will review our account for the past 3 or 4 years and see if that is true. Then when we see that now, that we can call upon them, but you can't, not because John Bryan is saying it, that doesn't make it truth.
So it was just to say.
It was just to say, right? So sometimes you gotta be very careful, how you carry information out there.
So
Steve
Boley never called you guys before when you were on the board to say, "My man, we heard that you people didn't get a grant. I want you to order it." And is it true that when they close the account down and you have to reopen it?
No, Steve must have never had that conversation.
No, I didn't say Steve. I didn't say you and Steve had that conversation. I spoke to former board members who confided in me and said that Steve Boley told you guys to order them for that money, that grant, that $5,000 grant they got for the community. But you, Eric, did not bring it to the board for you to order it. And then they went as far, they expanded on it. They said that Bernard then closed the account.
You gotta understand. Stop. Class on the.
I come in and so you can put all together one time. When you went to reopen the account to put Steve on the account, there was no trace of that money in there. What do you say about that? Because I still want to get a clarification.
So the truth is that Bernard was the chair of the board. Remember,
we come into that question.
No. Yeah. The time frame that you're talking about, John Bernard was a chair of the board
when that grant came in.
No. John. When you talk about grant thing, okay, John Bernard was the vice president to Lester.
Correct.
When I turned over, right before it's over, he resigned because he wanted to contest for the board. Right? So he resigned and contested for the board, and he went and he was on the board as a member of the board.
So he resigned from vice chairmanship, and then he came to the board, and the people elected him to be on the board.
Yes. So during Steve's time now, John Bernard was a board chair. I was a member. I worked with Wells Fargo for 10 years as a banker. I'm very much upfront when it comes to banking. So yes, I was consulted that Lester closed the account.
Did he give a reason why?
Hold on now.
Ah.
He said Lester closed the account. Lester closed the account, but he got all these statements. It is true. Lester provided us, the cashier's check. So when John contacted me,
Which cassette check now?
hold on, when John contacted me that the last money, 2,000 something, that he was turning over to the steel administration, and he put it in cashier's check and closed the account. So when John contacted me regarding that he was notified that Lester told him the account was closed. So I said, John, business account don't close overnight. It takes about a week. When somebody initiates a closing on a business account, it's not going to close overnight. When you go to the bank, that account it was still pending. They can not close yet.
That is correct.
That is how John went with Steve, and they noticed that account was still open. So when I become the chair of the board, there was still this conversation about grant being received.
Did they say now what you talking about?
Yeah.
But you said me 1 year.
So I like, okay, if this is true, and let me try to do my own investigation.
So you did.
So that I went back in the account. I pulled almost 2 to 3 years record, like bank statements. I sat down in my office there and I went through it for hours, trying to figure out stuff. And not a day that I saw any transaction coming in the account, of that amount, like $10,000. It was not 5,000. It was actually 10,000.
So the grant was actually 10,000.
When you say grant was actually 10,000, I have to say
But you're saying that it was not 5,000. It was 10,000.
No, I said no. I heard about 10,000. I didn't hear about 5,000.
Okay,
so the way you're saying that, I have to say it was a confirmed amount.
No. Listen now. The reason why I'm saying that, even though maybe the amount may have been misquoted, however, it's still money. Maybe the board member got a figure right, but you say it was actually 5,000. I mean 10,000. So that one got me confused because they confirmed me. They said no.
I heard he said thing was 10,000. It was not.
So you went to investigate it. He said, she said, and look in the bank to see.
And I couldn't see anything.
And you couldn't see anything there.
So
now, when Nestor gave you a reason why he closed the organization account, because it belongs to the organization. What was the reason given for him closing the organization's account?
Well, let's just say it's associated with his personal information.
The association account.
No. He said the account is associated with his personal information.
Like what?
Meaning his social security is on the account, and that, which I personally do not agree with. Because he's just a signer on the account. The business has its own EIN number.
And Eric, this is where you and Sarah got almost common expected. I've been with Wells Fargo 14 years now. Before I joined Wells Fargo, I worked with Capital One. I worked with Discover Car. I've been in the banking over 25 years. That's why I found it. No way, you were just a signer on there. You are correct. So did you as a banker at that time, did you ever tell you, no, Nestor, you were just a signer? It has not, even if it's social on the what, they could have moved.
I mean, that's where I was a member on the board, but I was like a advisor to John. So John,
did you bring it to John's attention to question him?
If John was the one who contacted me and let me know, and I told him, he said, no, John, he's not, he's not associated. Yes, he has the account does not have a personal like social security, because the organization itself has its own entity and he has his own profile. So when he's removed from the account, his profile has been deleted. Nobody will even know the last four of his social security number. There's under no circumstance we will not even know his legal name. So that is not true, John. That account should be closed.
When you brought that to Mr. Brunel, who happens to be a former vice president, what did he say?
And that's how he acted on it and went to the bank and made sure the account was not closed and he made sure it stays active.
So you've been a banker.
So when he did, he took some of the meeting minutes to start result and took it to the bank. And that's how the bank said, yeah, they keep it open.
Okay. So you being a banker that went through, you said you went back 3 years, look at all the bank statement. How much you think went into that account during the administration?
I cannot tell right now. I can't really.
You think I went to 20,000?
I really can't tell right
now.
Yeah,
you 2,000 raw.
I really can't tell right now. But if you see the report that I provided during the registration, it's a 19-page report, right? When you go to the report, we not an official statement.
Who has that report?
But it's in the group chat. I have it as well too. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, after you send it to me, I beg you.
Yeah,
because I've been listening. I asked Mr. President whether everything been turned over to him. He said not yet. The last time I spoke to him, and I told him when everything gets turned over, I will need a copy so I can review it.
When you say everything, what does it mean?
What the financial record?
Oh,
okay. Then I get financial record.
Now they go, yeah.
Huh?
I wouldn't do.
So
the man we
okay, so you get it.
the state is the one delaying the process.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
Alright.
we
So-
change, we remove Steve's and his quota
So the
officer.
Secretary General of the board, according to former board members, what you were actually doing, registering people, doing all the other things, this is our More Valley job.
What do you mean by the secretary of the board?
I mean, you are the Secretary General of the board, and are you? Now, not you or More Valley.
More is supposed to be the secretary of the board.
Okay. So you say what happened in the past election? Who
This
was
past election, Maureen was secretary of the board. He was supposed to be updating the names, the payment, everything for this past election. But the chairman of the board was doing it because he was not working.
So Maureen not working at all?
Not at all. Before he sent out a text message in to the chat room. But
When will Maureen actually resign?
he resigned 2 days before the election.
So you are still secretary of the board up to the debate?
Up to the debate, the fight debate, he was still secretary of the board. He resigned the day before the presidential debate.
Thank you.
So all those lists, he didn't put it, he was supposed to be updating the community. Who pay, who they, everything is the one did it. The
Okay.
chairman of the board.
All right, thank you.
All right.
So they're saying what you were doing, writing names, giving information, that was one of Maureen's portion of the job.
So actually, when we took over the 14th day, I called a meeting with the election commission and the two teams. Even personally, the two teams they accused Maurice of being compromised, that he's sharing Harry flyers on Facebook. He's campaigning for Harry.
So they didn't want you to temper any of the list then?
Even for me, they measure me, say I'm compromised because they got.
Even me, the first they say out for Steve Boley because my last name, then some people say out for Harry. So I was in between, but I don't really care.
They said the vice president for Steve, he came on, even though I took an offense because I feel like it was very disrespectful, the way he approached me. And I feel like as colleagues, sometimes we need to, be respectful of each other in these kind of things because nobody getting paid for it. So he was very aggressive, respectful, and disrespectful to me on the conference call. And he accused me of being compromised because he feel like I'm supporting Harry. Other people told him I'm supporting Harry. So I said, I'm a human being. If you are supporting Harry, say, what's the bad thing? But I'm not supporting anybody. I'm only here to make sure that this transition is smooth. If you guys win, it go back to you. So when they didn't have a proof. By the time they went back on the Facebook page, Vanny removed.
Let Vanny, man. No, Maureen Vanny, we got to do a second.
So Vanny share Harry campaign flyer on Facebook. And by the time they go back, Vanny remove it. So I called Vanny and said, look, my man, it is true. Rationally, we all know that you're supporting Harry. Okay? So for you to be doing the recording of the names, I don't see that possible. We can't.
And this meeting you're talking about, you got hired with the election commission, right?
That meeting with the election commission and the two teams were actually there.
Okay, so they bring me to my question. The Harris team, they brought some grievances to the election commission that one of the moderators' sister was on Steve their team. And now they didn't want him there. Were you in that meeting when they brought the grievances out?
Actually, it was not a joint meeting with the board. It was a general meeting. That was our very first general meeting we called as a board. Once after Steve mentioned turned over to us.
Okay.
It was not the Harry team. It was one Edwin Moore. Edwin is the one who suggested.
But you can't say one anymore. Anymore on Harris team.
No.
No, Edwin.
No, Edwin. No, that time Edwin was a member now who raised that concern on it, right? And then Pastor Cooper said, hold on. Then actually the co-chair for the commission, Fakaba Zeze. Fakaba said he received information that Kamara Emmett was not going to moderate the debate because of schedule conflict and stuff. So the chairman of the commission stood right there and said, okay, that will cancel him, so we don't need to discuss about it anymore. So Emmett was no more going to be a moderator.
So let me get this clear.
So
Vagama said because of conflict of schedule, Emmett was not going to be the moderator that night.
Yes.
And then the election commission, Pastor Air Cooper, said, then there is now an issue to be discussed because he's not going to be on it.
And now you're going to moderate.
He's not going to moderate. Then the Pastor Eric Kobo come back to explain why he was moderating. Because the only reason why he couldn't take it because they said it was conflict.
Come back to who?
To the other team or to the board. Did the board ever question him, say, but why MS moderating?
No, you got to understand that the election commission is an independent body. They don't come to us and tell us who will be moderating or who not moderating. Yeah, but it's left with the two teams.
Well,
if they have questions about it, the team did not complain to us that hey,
that's why I come here because
so we don't go outside looking for cases.
That's okay. Now I understand because I will bring you into my next question now. Because your board member, according to you, your job to do check and balance.
Mm-hmm.
So the Harris team did not bring any complaint to you guys.
No official complaint. Not because you call me on the phone, you start telling me about it. That doesn't make a complaint.
So wait, how do let me ask you, this organization, if any of the department or any of the how you call it, the branches want to file a complaint with the board, lay a complaint with the board, what is the procedure to do that?
You're right, the board.
Now just pick up phone.
No, you're right, the board.
Or test it like Vanny in WhatsApp.
No, not like that. That is why we don't consider. That is why we consider Maurice Vanny resignation very disrespectful to the institution of the board.
Got you. So they call you on the phone. They didn't tell you because according to them, they spoke to the election commission, but by right, the election commission is independent, but they should have brought it to you guys so you guys can take it over. All right, Mr. Tay, it was nice sitting with you. You have any last word before we go? Any kind of a say you Mr. Board member now, how they can call you? And the only place you won't be personally, so you can be fast checking people and making sure they're doing the right thing. What advice will you have for the new government coming? Because I mean, you have experience from Steve Boley and you participated in other parts, but maybe you were not on the board for some of them. But I mean, hey, I still give you credit because you saw what Dr. Shimmer, Mr. Avintoye, and then you actually got on the board with Steve Boley. What would be your message now to the community? Because what we're doing here is that we are going to be throwing lights. So there will be one more time I'll be coming to people like you. We don't want nobody owning money, anything in the community anymore. It's about time for all of the poor grievances aside and focus on uplifting the community. You got problem with somebody, what would be advice now to the new government that are coming? Because what would be advice?
Well, what I want to tell the Harry and Miriam leadership is that you're going to need people like Alpha.
The mayor, when you get vegan, going different chat room, be attacking everybody. Like, why you leave? The mayor is trying to dictate to the president.
Yeah.
So the president appointee, they run on sentences or champion all the way in WhatsApp group. Do you think that was appropriate for him?
Hey, personally, I like Alpha.
Even though you saw him going WhatsApp group.
Let me say something on that. Harry needs people who will make him better
by
challenging
him after he had private discussion. Then the person going
No, I'll come in there now.
Okay.
He needs people who will challenge him, to any decision that he's making. Not people who will answer yes sir to his call, right? Another thing again I want to tell you is that the reason why I let Alpha, the only disagreement that I disagree with him was, and when you see in our group chat, I ask, can you acknowledge your appointment? I want him to acknowledge if he have accepted this appointment, because I know very well that if there is anything, as colleagues, as a team, when you discuss something in the back, and you agree, the majority of the people agree, you have to support your colleagues. You don't come in the front and try to continue your disagreement when you're also part of that team. I disagree with Alpha on that one, but I think when I'm asking him, he catch that and he didn't talk again. But I think Harry would need people that Alpha to hold into an account, not just to answer to him, but at least try to challenge him. And that particular topic you guys are talking about, the Constitutional Committee.
Correct.
Hey, trust me. Harris has started on a good footing. In 1 week time, he's already got a website up running. He's working on some big news. Very soon, I don't want to go, ahead of him. It is working with Now Safe soon. We talk He keep the ball in the loop, so we know the kind of work he's doing. So I'm very passionate. I'm very proud of him that he's already starting to do some good job. The only place I disagree with him, all that committee that's outside, that constitutional reviews committee. When you go to the Constitution, Article 18, it says very clear that the executive committee and the board of directors shall supervise the amendment process. When they say supervising the amendment process, that means he or the executive alone does not have the right to appoint the committee in the absence of the board, a committee that will amend the constitution. So this is it. The reason it says that is that when he who is the president appoint the committee that will revise the constitution, he appointing people that will be in his favor, right? That's ideally, that's how it's going to be seen like. That is why the board and him have to do it together. So, I mean, we have to have a conversation regarding a particular committee.
So this is what I'm saying, right?
It be finalized.
So the person that appointed Alpha, right? And one of the rule, the person that appointed Alpha, right, is to supervise. You'll be supervised and work with other committees. Do you say you want Alpha as the kind of person that you personally need to keep it in check? Do you think the appointed position for Alpha is misplaced? Don't you think maybe you should have been on the board, send the board the rule and fast track?
I don't say to keep it in check. I would say to be able to, somebody who can disagree with you on issues.
Yeah, but the men are media men.
You don't have to be.
You'll be dealing with.
But he's part of the executive.
Mr. Tay, my man, I enjoy the conversation. You have a parting statement before we can get out of here, because.
So I just want to say thank you for the time, really, and thank you to our community. I think the community is heading a very, good direction. The current administration are doing a wonderful job. We look forward to building a very healthy and a productive community. And thank you to each and every members who have, volunteered their time to work with this administration. They're doing a wonderful job. I know folks are already, in place. Our community need us. Our community need us. Our young staffs are out of the way. They're doing things that they're not supposed to do. They need our guardians. They need our protection. We have to be there for them. We have to be able to volunteer with this administration. And I think I did have a conversation with Harry a couple of days ago. And he said, Eric, I have now woke up, the past 2 years, I've now woken up from bed 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning. The past few days, I've been waking up 5 in the morning because a member of our community have court, dates in court issue that I have to attend to. I have to be able to go there, and it is about an hour and a half for me to get to downtown from Surprise. Especially in the morning, the traffic is horrible. So you can see the pressure that is on him. You can see the pressure that is on this administration, on this leadership. So they have a lot to do, but they can't do it alone. They need each and every one of us help. We have to be there with them. We have to be also not be a blind loyalist. So when we see them doing something wrong or they're not supposed to do, we got to keep them check and remind them as well too. They are human beings. They're not perfect. They're gonna make mistakes along the way. So, but if you turn your back on them because they made one mistake, you turn your back on them, then you are not really wanting to see this community go forward. And that is why we will continue to make sure that this administration do well. We'll continue to work with them, and we're asking each and every member of every community to please put your hands around this leadership and make sure that our community, we all change the face of this community. And thank you for all you have started to do. And thank you for all you will continue to do. We look forward to working with you. And I want to say, take this time to actually, give a special thanks to my friend and brother, Mr. Steve Bole, who have served the community for the past 2 years. There is a saying in Liberia, say, "Kuku Jumuku." You're not there, you don't know. You think it is easy. You think, carrying the name of president is easy. It's not easy.
All right, man, get a Julian.
If you go with that mentality, then you will fail. That's the problem. You will not understand. So Steve have served this community for the past 2 years. He have volunteered his family time. He has volunteered his resources, his finances, and stuff. It took a lot from him. It took a lot of energy and resources from him. So without him really,
man, you sending shout out to the old personnel.
I will. Yeah, he deserves our respect, and we must all respect him for that time and reason. And that also goes to every past leadership as well too. And
Thank
we
you.
must give them the flowers as well
Thank
too.
you.
So continue to do what you're doing. Continue to shine light on this community. And very soon, we will recognize the effort of the Bode TV and
I didn't recognize it ever say I will do my own award show.
and stuff.
But for me, just like you tell me, I will continue to shine light. Even if the former board member there, I got the question. I didn't just get them to come to you. This is what I do. I don't just get them and go to people to go interview because I won't be on a camera. One of the things that gave me passion is Eric, you'll be surprised. That little documentary I did for the elections, there's some derogatory statement that came from out of state to me. Well, I mean, the people in Arizona, I know.
Wow.
When people started saying that to me, what they don't understand is motivated me more. So it means that, look, we have to really shine light on the community. And me, I'm not going to stop. So if anybody think they can intimidate or undermine me, you got me to contend with. Because once I see you trying to undermine me, I even hear in the breeze, I will be coming after you, and I will expose you to the community. That's the kind of person I am. Because I'm right now, we got people there who need to lead. We got people there. No, we bring the community. Eric, you myself. Why do other stay there to be blooming out? Yeah. I do support them, but we lay it down. It caught people's attention. They don't even know we're going to have debate here. They don't know we're going to have debate here. The man said, we don't even get la play all the play there. They all man commission. Oh, you get playing because the Maryland person that was interviewed said they have 500 here. So somebody come, oh, I didn't know you get group with I plenty. So you see what kind of things there. So I said, but wait now, since this is the case, I'm going, and what I'm doing, I want to make this clear to everybody. I'm not here for negative news. I just put a little bit of entertainment inside in the interview because sometimes we get boring. We just say that everything yet, talk about your banking background, Morris kind of talk about it will get boring. So I put a little bit of excitement and entertainment in it. But guess what? There are messages that are coming through this camera that people were looking.
Especially when Morris saying your phone was off.
Yeah, and you know if you want that off. You see, I didn't want to be off. I was telling you, they want to talk to you. Because of the
They say your phone on, they go take your phone.
The phone had just rang in the interview. The man telephone was me. Then as I said, but we are coming and say phone or the telephone right.
They say phone right, and it's like give up.